With the MLB relocation vote looming, I want to send a message to Oakland A's president Dave Kaval. You see, Dave, the fate of the team, well, it rests in your hands. Sure, I could address this to John Fisher, but dude probably uses a TracFone. Like, there's no way he's going to see this. You, though, well, we do know that you tend to enjoy engaging with randos on Twitter, and you just look like the kind of person who relentlessly Google searches their own name. So I'm pretty confident that you will get this message. There comes a time in many people's life where they'll be forced to choose between doing the easy, short-term, and usually selfish thing, or they can choose something, while difficult, will usually yield more beneficial results over the long term, assuming they look at the bigger picture. And right now, Dave, this is your moment. You are faced with this decision. Ultimately, what version of Knuckles do you want to be? Do you want to be the Knuckles that's nothing more than a henchman for Doctor Robotnik who has no chance of beating Sonic? Or do you want to be the version of Knuckles that gets to be a playable character and gets his own cool cartridge nonetheless? When you frame it like that, the choice is obvious, but you know, this isn't where the message ends. Look, I could approach you with a desire to get you to do the right thing, to see the error of your ways, and come to the good side. But this ain't a Darth Vader moment, because we all know Major League Baseball is a cesspool of greed and selfishness. There's no need for me to sit there and play that card, because we all know it's not going to work. Instead, I want you to look and consider pragmatically what your future holds in Las Vegas. It's crucial to remember the Vegas desert is littered with individuals who simply outlived their usefulness over time. No, I'm not saying John Fisher's gonna have you drive up to Beatty to take a meeting that you'll never return from. What I'm saying is this: what is the shelf life of your usefulness in Fisher's incompetent syndicate? Dave, think about this. How many people out there in the world are willing to be a soulless yes man for some billionaire? Do you really think a man with zero loyalty is going to keep you around when there are tens of thousands of people willing to do the exact same thing as you, only for much less money? And we know Fisher, he doesn't exactly like spending money. Like it or not, agree with it or not, doesn't matter. We all know, we all can see this coming. Dave, your stint as president of the A's is on borrowed time. When you do eventually get shit canned by Fisher, do you really think for 1 second there's going to be another ownership group in all of professional sports willing to hire you? What would you even put as your LinkedIn description? Hapless crony not afraid to make an ass out of himself? Let us never forget this performance.
To yes or no, will you willingly commit to pay the live entertainment tax in the near future to fix the equity issue that exists?
Like I said, we are committed to being a great community partner in Southern Nevada and investing, over $1 billion to ensure
that still does not answer the question, sir. I'm asking you directly, yes or no. Will you commit to paying the equity issue that we see existence for the live entertainment tax?
The legislation as it's currently envisioned, does not contemplate that.
The blowback that comes with a team hiring you will be so unpalatable that you're going to become a sports pariah. There is not a team, at least in North America, that would touch you with a 10-foot pole. You would be a persona non grata. Especially since your only achievements with the Earthquakes and the A's is to kiss ass and make yourself look like an idiot in public. And as we've already stated before, there are plenty of MBAs out there willing to do the exact same thing, only for less money. The other path, well, let's be honest, it's a lot harder. It's also probably your best long-term option if you want to stay involved in sports. All you need to do is come out and confirm what we already know about the crackpot, harebrained, ludicrous scheme to move the A's out of Oakland. Look, you've not hidden anything. The public, we are all aware exactly what has played out and the general incompetence involved about the entire process. All you got to do is confirm everything that everyone can already see. Sure, you'd lose that cushy gig as A's team president, but you would also become a hero in the process, not just to Oakland, but to all of baseball. You'd be the guy on the inside who stood up to greedy ownership. Think about the opportunities that come with being that person. Think about the media appearances, the book deals, and who knows whatever else. You would be the face and the voice of a movement empowering fans to be a part of sports. More importantly though, Dave, baseball is supposed to be something you love, something that you have followed passionately for your entire life, something that is essentially your being, your raison d'être. If that is the case, then which of these scenarios sounds better to you? Making a positive impact by helping keep one of Major League Baseball's most storied franchises in Oakland, or being the guy who sold his soul for the right to be fired by a cheap, incompetent fool years later after doing all of his dirty work? Look, Dave, I can't answer that question for you, nor am I the one who has to live with the consequences this decision will make. But if you think that there's a third way out of this, or you think that there's a happy ending, or you think John Fisher, a man who's shown no loyalty to Oakland, is some reason going to be loyal to you, despite the fact he has proven time and time again to care about one thing and one thing only, money, well then, good luck with that, because you're going to need it. Dave, the ball, it is in your court. I just encourage you to think long and hard about the long-term implications of what you're about to do, and if moving to Vegas is really in your best interest. That does it for me. I'm Cheyenne Hollis. This is the Touchback. Hashtag sell the team and hashtag take it out to the 25. Bye, Dave.